You're listening to the Ask Drone U podcast. You ask, we answer your drone questions. Whether you're here to turn your passion into profit or you simply fly for fun, we're a community of learners and teachers who aspire to achieve greatness. We are
Drone U.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ask Drone U. As always, my name is Paul.
And as always, my name is Rob, and as always, I'm super excited to be here with you and grateful that you're here with us. Go to askdroneu.com to get your questions in. We would love to hear from you. That's what this show is about, is you and your questions.
All right, well, we've got a great show today as Paul wakes up here. We're going to be talking about Inspire 1 batteries. You bought a used drone. The batteries seem okay, but they're failing the takeoff test. What do you do? Let's get right into today's question, brought to you by our upcoming in-person trainings. Join us for a mapping training or flight mastery to increase your confidence in flying in close proximity. Increase your confidence and earn an educational discount through Skywatch when you complete the obstacle course with a Phantom. Yep, with a Phantom. Let's hear that question, Rob.
Short and sweet. I listen to you guys all the time. You're great. And I just acquired an Inspire 1 version 2 Pro, and it has 6 batteries that came with it. All 6 are between 40 and 50 charges on them. They all show great until I put them up in the air and the voltage drops around to, I think, 3.2 or 3.3, something like that, but it shows them in the red. So I'm just wondering, is there any way to fix these or any special place to buy batteries that are cheaper, or can you still buy them brand new? I'm not sure. The drone and everything with it is amazing, so I'd really hate to miss out, but it's looking like, from what I can see online, it's almost impossible to get batteries for this thing. Thank you for your time, and again, you guys are great. Hope to hear back from you soon.
Thank you, Jonathan. Really appreciate the kind words, number one. And man, that's a bummer about your batteries. Sorry to hear that. But I think the reality is they're toast.
Yeah, I mean, if he's ripping 3.3 volts per cell on the takeoff test, they're definitely donezo. I would never fly those batteries for a job.
And there's no way to recondition them or anything.
No, not really. I mean, back in the day, there was like a hack to take the battery apart to force charge it for a deep cycle to get it to work better. But
that's risky as well.
It really is. And it's honestly not worth it, in my opinion. With that said, we did hopped on our local Amazon page, shocker. And what we did is we took a look to see if there were Inspire 1 batteries. I can't believe how expensive they are, Rob. I mean, they're almost double the cost they were initially.
I mean, they were in that range of what, 180, 200 initially, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can find them for $300, but the good news is there are some out there. We also looked on eBay.
We did.
Saw some new ones there. There's plenty of pre-owned, but obviously can't recommend that.
Yeah, no, I don't recommend that at all, because you really don't know two things, right? One is how many cycles. If they tell you how many cycles, that's great. But how long have they been sitting on storage? And were they properly discharged before being in storage? Because if they weren't, then they're still quote unquote bad batteries. So
yeah, and you know, another sort of hack that I've found out about, Paul, is that, and I don't know if they have the Inspire 1 for rent and therefore the batteries, but if you go to lensrentals.com, and if they do have them, that being Inspire 1s, then you can rent just the batteries from them, and then you can try out the batteries. And if they work, they will sell them to you. And the price of each battery is going to be dependent upon the age of it and I think the number of hours on it. So that might be something to try, is go to lensrentals.com and see if they have any Inspire 1 batteries for rent. And if they do, that's actually a nice hack to get some pre-owned, which you might not want, but you get to try them first for a nominal rental fee.
I think that hack alone is worth listening to this show, because the fact that when you figured that out, I was like, that's actually really valuable. To be able to try them, you can investigate them on your own, see how many charges are on them. I mean, that's a huge deal.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that they do that, particularly with some of the older batteries, because I would imagine it's hard for them to come by as well. But anyways, that was about 4 weeks ago that I last talked to them about that, and they were still doing that. So something to look into.
Yeah, definitely something to look into. But I think honestly for this super short show, that's going to do it for us, because we do love that Inspire One. We think it's a phenomenal tool. I call it the original Ferrari, but if you can't be buying batteries for it, that makes the Ferrari, well, not so useful. But that said, the fact that you can buy those batteries on Amazon, I think makes a huge difference, frankly. So we hope that this question and answer helps you out. If you have a question, go to askadronu.com. And thank you again for listening. We do appreciate it. We'll see you at a training.